Hey guys, welcome to the fourth installment of our Atomic Habits book club, Atomic Habits by James Clear. A big thank you to him for writing the book and writing one that's really inspired me a lot, and hopefully over the course of these four bonus content videos I've made, they'll be inspiring you guys as well to build some really good habits and make them stick. Now, that's what today is all about, making them stick. Before we get into it, I just want to review the most important thing that we talked about at the very beginning of these videos, which was defining who you want to be. So again, remind yourself today, what's the identity you're trying to build? Who do you want to be? And then second, how are we going to make or have small wins that are going to reinforce that identity? What are the habits we're going to do to reinforce who we want to be? So the first three laws, which were to make it obvious, make it attractive, and make it easy, were all about creating a new habit. Now, creating a new habit is great, but we also need to make sure that that habit sticks. So here's the problem. We're actually wired to prioritize immediate returns, but a lot of the things we do, and especially good habits, provide delayed returns. So let's think about bad habits for a second, because that's pretty obvious. So why might somebody smoke or overeat or have unprotected sex when they know, and without a doubt, I think everybody who does these things knows that from smoking you can get lung cancer, from overeating you can face obesity, or unprotected sex you have the risk of contracting an STD. So why do people still do these? Well, it's because of those immediate returns that we tend to prioritize. The immediate returns on all of those things tend to be a feeling of stress relief or satisfaction or enjoyment. Now, what's tough is when we look at good habits, it's often the reverse that's true. It tends to be the case that the unenjoyable part comes first while the rewards come later. So if your goal is to lose 30 pounds, well, you're gonna have to put in some pretty hard work, and you're gonna have to make some pretty big lifestyle changes to the way you eat. You might have to cut out drinking, you're gonna have to go exercise more, which for most of you, hopefully, is an ingrained habit already, but for some people, it's something that they have to really struggle to do. And it's only much later when the 30 pounds are actually lost that we sort of see the result, right? So going to the gym once won't necessarily mean you're gonna lose 30 pounds. It takes a buildup of those things, and that's why we need the habit to stick so that we can eventually get there. So how can we make good habits satisfying right away? How can we make them rewarding right away so that they will stick? Well, I'm going to give you two strategies. One of them is going to be exercise related, and the other one is going to be exercise related, but also can be related to any habit you might have, okay? So the first one is to think not about your goal, but about how you feel in each session, in each workout. Think about how you feel doing that habit that gives you that small win that gets you towards your goal. So working out to lose 30 pounds might not actually be sustainable, because if you're working out to lose 30 pounds, well, you work out today and you haven't lost 30 pounds, and you work out tomorrow and you haven't lost 30 pounds, and you're gonna have to keep working until you do. But somewhere along the way, a lot of people tend to fall off. So rather than thinking about the end goal, let's think about each individual workout and how you feel. Now, I know that every workout I do gets my endorphins pumping. And I know that for all of you, you never leave a workout session feeling worse than when you came. You always leave feeling better. And that's what we want to think about, is think about, how does this workout make me feel? And if we can think about how it makes you feel, then you realize that the work itself is quite satisfying because you feel good and you feel energized when you leave. Now, another way we can do this that's a little bit more concrete, the second way, and this can apply to any habit, is to give yourself a star. Now, I don't necessarily literally mean giving yourself a little sticker, but you can. So this is with a technique called habit tracking. And when you're habit tracking, what you would do is simply take a calendar and write down the habit you want to do in the corner of the calendar. And every single day you do it, you can give yourself a star sticker, or you can give a little check mark or an X, or put a coin in a jar. There's any number of things you can do to track that you've done that habit each day. You can combine this with that 2-minute rule. So if you gave your 2 minutes to exercise, or you gave your 2 minutes to reading, or your 2 minutes to writing, or your 2 minutes to be grateful or mindful, meditate, to drink more water, any one of these good habits, you can check that off on your habit tracker. And when you check that off, you're going to be satisfied because you're going to see that you've accomplished something. You're going to physically see that something's been accomplished. So in a way, you are in fact giving yourself a star. You're giving yourself a pat on the back. And this is how you're going to make that habit stick. And that's what it's all about. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this 4-part series. Hopefully you've got something from it. And hopefully you've got some good strategies towards building that identity that we all want, which is to be healthy and fit and happy. See ya.